She was born into a world of chaos, where love was overshadowed by addiction and poverty. Liz Murray's earliest memories are of a tiny apartment in the Bronx, where both her parents struggled with drug addiction. Money was scarce, food was scarcer, and school was almost non-existent. She would often wake up to the sound of arguments, broken glass, or silence that echoed louder than words. Her mother was frequently sick, and her father would disappear for days at a time. Despite the dysfunction at home, Liz had a sharp mind and a quiet hunger to learn, but she rarely attended school. Her clothes were dirty, she had no books, and the other kids mocked her. She began skipping class entirely, often spending her days wandering the streets, searching for food, for safety, for something more. Then the bottom fell out. When Liz was 15, her mother died of AIDS, a result of years of intravenous drug use. Her father, mentally ill and unable to care for her, ended up in a shelter. With no family and no support system, Liz was suddenly homeless. She slept on subways and stairwells, sometimes in public parks. Her meals came from soup kitchens or half-eaten scraps in the trash. But even in the darkest corners of the city, a spark remained. Liz decided she would not let her life end there. She made a commitment to herself. She would go back to school. With no stable home, no parents, and no money, Liz enrolled at the Humanities Preparatory Academy, a second-chance high school. It wasn't easy. She studied in fast food restaurants, on subway rides, in 24-hour libraries. She borrowed clothes, begged for school supplies, and avoided the temptation to give up. One teacher noticed her potential. He gave her books and encouraged her to write. That small spark of belief grew into something powerful. Liz dove into her studies with unmatched determination. She read voraciously, literature, history, science. She wrote essays late into the night and delivered presentations with fierce conviction. In just 2 years, she completed 4 years' worth of high school courses. She graduated top of her class, homeless, hungry, but undefeated. Then came a life-changing opportunity. The New York Times was offering scholarships to exceptional students with extraordinary stories. Liz applied, sharing her truth, raw, unfiltered, and brave. Her story touched hearts. She won the scholarship. And then came the dream, Harvard. In 2000, Liz Murray was accepted into Harvard University. A girl who once ate from dumpsters was now walking to the gates of one of the most prestigious institutions in the world. She arrived with one suitcase, a head full of dreams, and a heart that refused to quit. At Harvard, life wasn't easy. She still battled poverty, often going without food or proper housing. But she never wavered. She knew what she had overcome to get there, and she would not let it go to waste. Her story began to spread. People were inspired by the girl who had nothing but created everything. She gave talks, appeared on TV, and eventually wrote her memoir, Breaking Night, which became a New York Times bestseller. Liz's journey is not just about escaping poverty. It's about reclaiming your life from the hands of fate. It's about resilience, grit, and refusing to be defined by your circumstances. Today, Liz Murray is a speaker, author, and advocate. She uses her voice to lift others, especially young people trapped in systems that fail them. Because if she could do it, so can they, so can you. Your past does not define your future. Your choices do.